Hey guys, welcome to it, Week 16 Daily Advanced Madden. That playoff picture finally getting a little bit clearer, but still so much work to do with so little time left to get into the playoffs. We are going to jump into all those highlights right away, but before we get into that, what I want to get into is this. Yes, our league is about getting on the sticks, playing a fun game, playing some John Madden football. And I don't want to call any leagues out or anything like that. Everybody does it their own way. But I see some leagues where it's just the way they talk to each other and it's non-stop and it's, everybody in a very selfish brand of mood. I think of how blessed I am to be part of a league where literally 32 brothers that get along, work together, have an amazing time every day, and support each other, right? The game is what the game is. Some days you get the animations, some days you don't. Sometimes you're just not ready for the level everyone's at this year. But we support each other, right? That's how you get to 50 seasons together. 50. That is every day for over 1,000 days now of people working together, keeping it a very healthy, positive environment. You want to talk about healthy and positive? This is next level. We have a brother within our league who child broke his TV. And it's holiday time, you've bought gifts, you're maxed out, it's a hard time. Says he has to step away from the league for a while, cannot play his games. A league member that probably lives in another state, has never met him before, decides to step up and literally purchase 2 TVs for the family so that everything is good at holiday time and that our good buddy can continue in the league. So I just want to say a very heartfelt thank you from everybody in the league. Drewby, you are a phenomenal human being. And for that, I will always be a Bills fan. Until the next cycle and whatever team you happen to be then. But I just want to say, so proud of what we have here and just amazed by your selfless action. Just awesome. And so thankful that everybody's still in the league. Love it. Okay, let's get to all the action. Speaking of the Walter Payton Award winner himself, Drewby, literally, I've never seen anything close to that brand of kindness ever. I'd like to think I'm a pretty nice guy. I would never have thought of it. What a phenomenal human being to go so deep. And the league is indebted to you. Whether it be created player, extra participation points, whatever it happens to be, man deserves to get stocked. Cupboards full. Just phenomenal. Again, couldn't appreciate you more. Thanks so much, brother. Off to SoFi we go. Port City Baller hosting the Chiefs and in the red zone. Imagine that. Grand Marquis with a user lurk. Man, what's neat is he's not on the same guy all the time. Moving around and just has a sense of where to be. Hold that ball up, drink from that cup with a pinky out. There you go, big shooter. Great job by Grand Marquis yet again. Man's undefeated. And here, going to the flats, Chris Westry. This time it's just AI taking over, getting under the route. I'm sure that the adjustments were on as 0 for that one, getting underneath it. And a phenomenal job yet again today by Grand Marquis, moving to 15-0 on the season. I don't know who's going to get in this man's way. We'll find out. Playoffs are coming. On a mission, I'm sure he is. Now here, off to the NFC West. JJ in the rare position of needing wins. It's a tight one out, in the NFC. So many teams, and my goodness, does man show up. Gorgeous cuts inside and out to get the touchdown. Literally, has JJ lost by more than a field goal all season? If he loses, it's by the thinnest of margins. This will move him to 8-8, continuing that fight for a playoff spot. King XX21 in control of the NFC West. Now, off to Carolina we go, and Lamar. I promise you, I throw that ball, it's a guaranteed pick 6. There's no way it's not. There's something about the way, Starboy holds that button. He knows something. Man is just Teflon. But here he goes again with a big win, 11-4 on the season, 35-14 win versus a very formidable Carolina Panthers squad by 4-1-2. And again, 11-4, looking good in the AFC East. Speaking of looking good, yeah, get off me, child. Get off me, child. A little bit of move, a little bit of shake and bake, a little bit of strength. You see all the reasons why Get Mossed and the Bears have the #1 rushing attack in the league, moving to 10-5, and that definitely secures the division over a division rival. The NFC North goes to Get Mossed and the Chicago Bears with a 32-28 win at home. Now off to the Patriots and the football team, both needing victories in very similar positions in their respective conferences. And how about this to get things cooking at 14-all? Killer B doing exactly what he does. Phenomenal return. Great job finding the gap and pulling away. And here, game-changing interception, 35-all, 240 left. A phenomenal ball game played at Gillette. And in the end, it's going to be Killer B and his Patriots pulling to 8-7 with a 42-35 win again at Gillette. Are we ever going to get some clarity out of the tightest division ever in Daily Advanced Madden? Well, we get a little bit here. Keese able to pull away with a 7-point victory. He moves to 9-6 on the season, looking good. Meanwhile, Javon and the Cowboys fall to 7-9, and here, what a phenomenal job by Guyler Dice, also pulling to 9-6, looking good, if not for the division for wildcard, but you know, man's chasing that division crown. Big 35-21 win over CJ Reigns and the Seahawks. Playing with you, literally breaking Twitch with all these highlights. Here he changes up the tight end to a little streak pattern, hits him at the back of the end zone, and that would make it 7-all at this time, rolling out on the wheel route. Jonathan Taylor, you're not going to catch up to that, man. Off to the races he goes, catch and run to the end zone. That would make it 14-7 at the time, and coming right back are going to be these Arizona Cardinals. Hits his man Connor, an unbelievable job. Just the dive animation there, Connor literally unfazed. It's like he didn't even know a defender was on the field. And here, looking for square on the deep post, and he's able to get down deep into the end. They'd end up scoring, making it 21-14. And I'm here seeing R1 wide open for a 20-yard completion. Nah, why take the 20 yards when you can go to the corner for 7? Great job by I. Miller there, finding that deep route. And here one more time, Kyler Murray back to pass over the top. Rondell Moore, no mistake, catch and run to the end zone. And there was a little bit more to go to it, but didn't matter in the end. Twitch was broken. Playing with you, too many clips. He just found a way to get the job done in Arizona over I. Miller's Colts. Big win. Moving them to 10-6 in the NFC West. My goodness, competitive as heck to get into these playoffs. Potential first round matchup here. The Broncos and the Broncos in life versus Mike Johnson and his Jets. 35-7 win for the Broncos. That's a nice big statement late in the season at home for Life's Broncos. Speaking of statements, Lions playing phenomenal ball down the stretch. Runs into that buzzsaw of a champion we call Ryan Prime Time. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 14-1 on the season. 54-7 win at home. Now off to New Orleans we go. Fresh off a big win was Eddie Flo, but runs into Matt Cole, who's on fire on this day, picking up the road victory in New Orleans. In Vegas, it was the Vikings 45-14 win over the Raiders. Literally the only unplayed game I've had in years. It was a force we got to take what we can at this round. Okay, so on to Cincinnati we go. 45-20 win for Kingdom Minded. Quietly 13-2, fellas. Quietly 13-2. Look out for Kingdom Minded. Maybe he pulls off some upsets versus the heavies in the playoffs. Look for him. Now here's Zona, 11-4 as well, with a big win over Creepy Uncle and the Titans. Now Rachel's in the next room, so can't make any jokes about white vans or sitting on a bench at a park, things of that nature. We'll just move on to the next game, where it's going to be an AFC North battle between the Steelers and the Ravens. In this one, bring out the terrible towels. Extrail DNA finding a way, 44-21 in Baltimore. A very rare feat this week In our MyMadden.com Offensive Player of the Week is a Washington football team member, Curtis Samuel, 6 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, what's the rare feat? On both sides of the ball. I don't think I've seen this all year. It's Washington football team all around. Here it's going to be Jordan Poyer picking up your Defensive Player of the Week. There you have it, guys. That's our look at Week 16. Some phenomenal plays, some pretty outrageous results, tight ball games, people hanging on by a thread for that playoff push. It'll all get sorted out shortly. I'll see you tomorrow with Week 17.